Greetings, Sophisticated Intuition here. I am doing a bonus reading for what can we expect as a collective from the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. Angels, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters. What is it that the collective can expect from the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter? All right. What is it that the collective can expect from the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter? What is it that the collective can expect from the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter? Okay. All right. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Earth energy here. Grounding, solid, firm. Okay. Very, very beautiful. I love that. I'm hearing loyalty. Okay. So as a whole, we may be, and I would expect that after this last year, right? It's been 20 years since the last conjunction, and we will be in this conjunction for 20 years. But I would expect in this last little bit here, okay, in this last year, that we've kind of identified our tribes, our groups, our people, our family, and I'm not talking about your relatives, but I'm talking about the people who have been there, been down for you, who held you down this whole time, who called and checked on you, made sure you were straight, who you still got together with during this last little bit, making sure that you was all right, and then vice versa, you did the same. We're talking, your circle here, okay? I feel like for the next 20 years, whoever was the closest to you in this little bit of year that we had to go through, we've all been through some hard stuff, right? But as a collective, this year was harder, okay? Right? Or even if you didn't experience, right? Because everybody didn't have the same experience, but even if you didn't have to go through the worst parts of it, maybe you had to be the friend, the family member to help your friend or family member while they went through the worst parts of it. So there's something coming off of that King of Pentacles about loyalty. Okay. All right, let me clarify. We're going to get into this message here. What is it that the collective needs to know regarding, or what is it that they need to expect from the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter? Yeah. Great. Okay. I want his little butt to show up, but he's here, so we'll see what it's all about. Clarify it. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. Page of Cups. So I feel like this is the universe. Okay. I feel like the page is the universe. It's so funny, okay? So I got a message yesterday in my dream, okay? For those of you who already watched a few of the zodiac readings, I don't know. I know I told it in the Sagittarius one. It might have been in Leo and Virgo. I'm not sure. But I shared with the fact that, I got it really early. It was probably about 5 o'clock that morning to get up and do the messages to the collective of each zodiac. And I had woke up out of a dream of being pregnant, okay? I do not have the ability to bear children. I'm not interested in bearing children, and I don't practice the behavior to create them. So it would be a miracle, okay, for me to have a baby. So the dream had nothing to do with me conceiving a child. I know that, okay. I also know from dream interpretation, because it wasn't the first time I've had that dream, that the dream of being pregnant is more about a new beginning or birthing something, okay? And the funny part about the dream that I can recall is that I was able to actually feel like the details of the baby, and it was a girl, okay? I have all sons, so when I woke up, I was like, oh. A little bit of awe and a little bit of WTF. But it was a girl. And later today, actually, some pieces of the dream came back to mind. And if you've experienced that, that usually means that, I knew right from the gate that the dream was a message. But if you have not experienced that in your, if you have experienced that and wasn't sure, typically when a dream kind of stays with you, it's because there's a message in it. And so I could feel the baby, and the baby was a girl, and I can feel details of the baby. Now, I didn't think of that or remember that part of it when I first woke up, but later today I remembered, and I believe that the baby was actually me. So I was getting ready to, I was pregnant, so I wasn't getting ready to deliver, but I was carrying myself. Okay? Ooh, Holy Spirit gonna show up in here. Okay. So I was carrying myself in this dream. Okay? And the next step of that would be for me to deliver myself. Okay? It feels here with the Page of Cups that the universe is giving you a gift. Okay? Let me get into the rest of this, because that part I don't even think had anything to do with the tarot cards. I think it just needed to be said because it is the message that I need to give to the collective in regards to conjunction, okay? You may be feeling like you're getting ready to birth something, okay? That there is a new beginning on its horizon. Yes, absolutely, okay? There are so many elements at play here about complete awakening, about complete enlightenment, about complete transformation, about a complete turn of events. Okay? Why do I say that? We've got the conjunction going on. We have a full moon in Cancer on the 29th coming. You're going to be feeling your emotions. Okay? I haven't gotten to that part yet, so I may do a full moon reading. I don't know. I don't typically do, but I may. Then we have the end of the year here going into a new year. We have the end of a tumultuous year for the grand majority of the collective. So there are so many significant factors that tell me the message from the divine here is that we are about to be gifted with some balance, with some, I hear the word comfort, okay? Now, the moon is here. The moon with the message soul, okay? What is this conjunction about? What are we going to expect, collective? We're going to expect some soul searching, okay? Some deep reflection, okay? I do feel like my message right now is coming and speaking about what are we going to feel this week when the conjunction initiates, okay? Versus what are we going to experience the whole 20 years, okay? But there are messages here to support the time frame of the conjunction. So from from now until, okay, 20 years from now. But the majority of what I'm seeing here is like the first portion when it begins. All right. And so I'm feeling with this moon some revelation, okay, as a whole. Uranus is back, or Uranus is here. Uranus is unexpected events. Uranus can be uncertainty at times, right? I feel like I'm looking at this and I've got a lot of glare here. Let me see if I can take it off a little bit. You see the image in the card is an older being. I don't know who that's supposed to be. I don't know. I was just watching, try not to be so serious, guys, but I was just watching, what is it, Percy Jackson or something like that yesterday with my son. And I don't know if this is supposed to be Poseidon or who. I don't know who is over Uranus. I told him, and I'll tell y'all, that I am not versed in the Roman gods and goddesses. I'm not completely versed, I should say. I don't know all of them. I know some of the main ones, but and this might be a main one. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But what it's giving me is the divine, okay? And I have no image in my mind of what the divine looks like, okay? When I meditate, and even when I was a traditional Christian, when I prayed and I tried to visualize the divine, I didn't see him as this, okay, or any other image that has been portrayed for that matter. I don't think that there has ever been an image portrayed. There's been images of Jesus or of Yeshua, but there's not images of God, okay? I've never really seen one, if there is. When I visualize the divine, I see a white light or a blanket of white. If you removed everything here and it was just this white wall in the back, that's what I see, what I visualize when I think of the divine, okay? And what it feels like from this Uranus card to me is that God is going to unexpectedly step in, okay? That's what I'm getting. It's like, okay, I don't know what be going on in heaven. I'm not up there yet, thank you. But, you know, God gives us free will to make choices. And he just let us run amok down here for some time, you know. He intervenes individually and sends his angels down to assist us all the time. God is omnipresent. But I feel like off of that Uranus card that he's about to get involved. I'm a little nervous to say it, right? Because it's the divine, right? It is the Almighty, okay? And I guess I'll have to answer to him when I get to the pearly gates or whatnot if I'm wrong, but I feel like he's about to get up off of his throne. It's almost giving me, y'all, like when he got mad, the biblical story, okay, of, you know, ain't nobody doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna let it rain. That's what I'm getting here. Noah, pack up the boat. That's kind of the energy that I'm picking up from this Uranus card, no lie. Okay. Now we know that there is a promise. If you've read the Bible, then you know that there's a promise that God wouldn't flood us again. So I'm not picking up just how he's getting up off that throne and coming down here, but it feels like, you know what? Let me sort these people out myself. These are my people. Let me sort them out myself. I've been sending y'all down there. Y'all doing a great job. I need to come down myself. Okay, this is the energy that I'm getting off of that Uranus card. I'm gonna move on from it. 10th house, the world. Okay, this is just, you know, as simple as it gets. If you weren't a reader but you know the cards, then you know what this is. Okay, the world is changing. The world as we know it You know, is that a part of that song? I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have to listen to them just to get them out of my head, first of all, because the spirit has been. If you listen to the zodiac messages yesterday, you heard me a few times say try to like sing it a little bit when my voice was like way out of whack. But I keep hearing the Age of Aquarius and that other song. It's the end of the world as we know it. Like I've been hearing them for I want to say for weeks, but at least a week I have been hearing those two just randomly. I want to sing them. Okay, so there's definitely a new order happening. It's just like I don't feel, I don't want to say that necessarily because Uranus is tower energy. Okay, I'm almost feeling like a boom. I don't want to shake my table because it might make the camera fall, but I just feel like a boom, like the angels. It's almost like trying to think of what movie. Uh, any of those, Lord of the Rings or anything like that, in the battle scenes where they're being defeated, and then the cavalry just shows up. This is the energy that I'm feeling from this Uranus. Okay, so I don't want you to feel like doom and gloom and destructiveness and God's just gonna come and wipe out the earth. That's not what I'm getting here. Okay, no man knows when that day will be. That's not the energy that I'm pulling, but I am pulling a rescue of some sorts from the heavens. That is going to be like it is giving me. I'm hearing every knee shall bow. Like you won't be able to explain it. It's a phenomenon type of energy. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like, who was it? What is that man? His name? Elon. When he sent off the first rocket, and I don't think he notified anybody, or if he did, we just all wasn't paying attention. Then we seen the smoke in the sky and was like, what is that? This type of energy is coming off this Uranus card, and it's got me stuck there, y'all. But that 10th house, the world, trying to move on. Okay. This is the new cycle beginning. This is a change. Okay. For those of you, I see this. I want to respect your feelings. I don't want to make you feel any kind of way because we're all processing what we have been experiencing in different ways. So I definitely don't want you to feel like uncomfortable here at Sophisticated Intuition because if nothing else, I love you. Okay. If nobody else love you, I love you no matter who you are, broke, busted, disgusted, rich. I don't care who you are. I love you. And that's from all of my heart. Okay. But I do know that there are people who are, they've even said it, but even energetically, I can feel like I can't wait to go back to how it was. Oh, I miss hanging with my family like this, or, oh, I can't wait till they can have full capacity at Disney World again, taking the whole family. The energy of this 10th house, the world, is you're going to have to make adjustments. It's time to get proactive about what the world looks like moving forward because we are not going back to it's you should think of it as if the world previously is a memory. Did I see that? It is a memory for you now. It is I'm hesitant to say non-existent, but that is the word that wants to come up. It's almost like 20 years from now, we'll say, I remember when. Okay. We do that anyway, right? But this is the energy that I'm getting. It's an example, guys. Okay. All right. Let me move on to the message here that I have. The Wheel of Fortune. Oops, sorry. The Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. Okay. Look at God. Okay. That's the Hierophant. That's why the Hierophant is here. God's about to show up. Okay. And this is Jupiter. Okay. So a couple of things. One, deep diving. Okay. Collective. So you're going to be deep diving and gaining knowledge and wisdom about your spiritual journey. Okay, period, point blank. The Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. You're about to expand your mind spiritually. Okay, and be free with it. Okay, look at her with balance. You see how she has the light in the dark pouring from both of her hands. This message. Okay. I'm trying not to make it be too long, because that's just what it is these days now. All right. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. This is about effort, energy, and balance. Okay. Both of these cards are about putting in equal effort and energy. Okay. So this is the energy that we're going to be in. I feel like this is the 20-year energy, is working or putting effort and energy into. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clarify these two. I do feel like some of you feel like, I was talking about the memories, right? I feel like some of you feel like your memories have been stolen from you. Okay. So let me go ahead and clarify, because that's what I'm getting off of that. Like some of the collective, maybe all, okay? Your memories have been stolen from you. Your graduation memories, your prom memories, your wedding memories. I feel like your memories or the past has been stolen from you. I don't know why this is showing up in this message, but okay, let's find out. 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Why is this here? 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Wow. Look at who want to join us. The Devil. Okay. So, yeah. We're feeling, and then the Page of Cups is back here. Okay. Let's decode this, y'all. Okay. We're not even close to being done with this message, so we're trying to not make it too long. But the 6 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Devil has shown up. What can we expect as a collective from the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter was the question. And what I'm getting off of the energy is that as a collective, we feel or are experiencing the feeling of our memories being stolen or the past being stolen. Okay? I heard the word snatched. Okay? So let's be mindful of that. Okay? Interesting. I just heard the word government. There's someone. Okay. So plain and simple, this is why God's coming down off the throne himself, because we may have to experience the enemy. Okay? And when I say the enemy, I'm talking about the actual devil. Okay? I don't imagine him to look this way either. I hear spiritual warfare. Okay? All right. We're going to move on. The High Priestess and the 5 of Swords. Why is this here? Because there's some mental conflict here. I feel like, okay, so I do feel, especially because this whole role is about coming into a realization, moving to a higher level of commitment, coming into an awakening. And I'm not laughing, y'all. I'm not laughing at y'all, because I'm just as much as a part of this, okay? But sometimes when you come into an awakening, it can make your head hurt. You'll be like, am I crazy? I can't be crazy, okay? So I think this might be speaking to all of us, because I just recently learned, for those who didn't catch the Zodiacs yesterday, that And I just feel like I've been getting messages about this conjunction like for a while and wasn't necessarily paying attention because it wasn't my focal point. But I realized on yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, that I'm in a new level of my enlightenment. I graduated, I got to have a summer, and now class is back in session. Okay. So new things are becoming or coming into my awareness, new knowledge, new information about, spiritualism and everything that I practice, and also how to integrate myself into the physical realm as a spiritual being. All of this. Okay. So now I'm back to the books. Okay. Not that I was too far away from them, but at the same time, it became a pleasure instead of a need, right? So I'm going to have those moments as well. But I do recall in my early awakening stages where I thought I was losing my damn mind, okay? And this is the energy that I'm feeling here, because what is this conjunction about? It's about the Great Awakening, okay? You're going to be breaking away from your traditionalism. You're going to be breaking away from your, routines. You're going to be breaking away from your beliefs. This Uranus energy is also giving me that tower, right? Because the Uranus and the tower are the same type of energy where it just strips you of your beliefs. Okay. You have been a Catholic or a Jewish member or a Islamic member all your life. 25 years, 30 years, 45 years, whatever. And all of a sudden, it doesn't resonate for you anymore. Spiritualism does. Enlightenment does. Maybe it's transitioning from one of those denominations into another. Okay? Going from Christianity to Judaism. Going from Judaism to Islamic. Going from Islam to Buddhist, something like that. This is what's going to happen for us as a collective. Your spiritual, your faith, okay, is about to be expanded. Why? Because there's work to do, okay? And it's going to make you feel like this. Hold on, before I get to those other two. It's going to make you feel like this. Now, the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress is here. All right? I sort of talked about this. This was my dream. The Empress, okay? Look how she embodies the world here. Creativity, abundance, love. With the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy supporting it. So I feel like we are going to be experiencing a wealth of creativity, abundance, and love. You're going to be flooded on your social media timelines with people creating their own businesses. You're going to be flooded on your timeline with people sharing the word of God, whether it's biblical, it is of the Quran, it is of the Torah, it is of maybe it's, Buddhist teachings or Tao Te Ching philosophies, maybe Alan Watts, maybe Charles Bukowski. Who knows? It's going to feel like everybody is speaking the same language because it is a great awakening. I feel like we're going from a 40% collective to a 60% collective. That's what I feel like, okay? We're not yet at the point where we're at 100% or 90%. But I feel like there's we're going to see so many, okay? Because when I wasn't awakened, I had no idea that many people follow these principles. I had no clue. I was living in my own la-la land. It wasn't until I was awakened and my algorithms changed and I'm like, look at all these people who think like I think, who read the books that I read, who understand divine oneness and the universal laws. Who would have thought? Okay, but it's been around for ages. Okay, but I didn't know that because I was too restricted by the dogma of religion. Okay, so there's a great awakening happening here, and it's bringing in creativity, abundance, and love. I'm sorry if I'm yelling, I'm excited. Then we have the Four of Cups going to the Three of Cups. Oh my God, this reading just keeps getting better and better and better. We do got, a little bit of Mr. Low Vibration showing up. But of course, when there's a great awakening, what else would you expect? How can so many people gravitate to the divine and not expect opposition to show up? All right. That's okay. That's why we're awakening. That's why we're going to new levels in our awakening so we can be guarded and ready. Okay. And thank God for those with the intuitive sight to see it coming. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to see everything coming, but at least we can be ready. All right. You get ready so you ain't got to. What is it? You stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Okay. But look, Four of Cups to the Three of Cups. Okay, I'm so excited. You literally, we as a collective are going from the Four of Cups to the Three of Cups. Missed opportunities, miscommunications. Just look at her, all sad and pitiful. Sad and pitiful. That's what we've been like, collective. That's what we've been just sitting around, pity partying. Okay? Look at us now. Group of friends, finding our tribes, right? Celebrating, having good times, reunions, okay? This is what's happening for us as a whole, as a collective. Okay. Now, what was I going to do? Let's see. Major Arcana. That Page of Cups, though, showing up twice there. Okay. So Spirit says that Page of Cups is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you all had to experience what you've been experiencing for so long. It was necessary. Okay. I heard you, there is no light without dark. There seems to be some balancing here, in our, I'm hearing like the world exchange. So I don't follow the stock market. I did once upon a time. I had some investments there, but it just, wasn't my thing. It was becoming a little bit of a like obsession, and I didn't like that energy for me. So I closed my accounts and stuff and withdrew. I did okay. I didn't, it wasn't terrible, but it became an obsession. Like, how's it doing? How's it doing? How's it doing? So it wasn't for me, but there's somebody here that possibly has some investments going on. And so you want to know about that. And I feel like there's like the markets are going to come back. I don't know how bad they're doing or how well they're doing now, but if there's been some, because I'm hearing like some fluctuation, obviously we've got a lot going on in the world and that always impacts the stock market. But I feel like there's some type of balance coming in that area. Okay. So when that balances out, that supports the collective as a whole financially, right? Okay. All right. So let's get the major arcana out here. What is the major arcana that supports the collective during the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter? I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. First, the bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Okay. So she was here. You're awakening. Okay. There is no other, who else would it be? Maybe the Hangman upright, right? He's the enlightened one, but the High Priestess is the most awakened being in the deck to me, as far as I'm concerned. She is, and I know I'm a High Priestess, so of course I would think that highly of myself. But no, guys, I'm really humble. She she holds the Torah here. Okay, I have this one here, and she's just kind of like folded her hands, but I want to show you here. She holds the Torah. Okay. In this High Priestess, she has a cross on her neck. Some of us, I don't know if it's in which card I have, but it's the Ankh in another. Okay. So, put the shoe on the foot that it fits. Okay. I support all 5 faiths here. But she is in close connection with the divine. Okay. Where does she get the secrets from? Behind the veil of what? Right? Okay, collective? She is the being that is able to give the insight. I would even suggest, okay, you don't have to come to me. find someone who's local, your High Priestess, but I would even suggest that many of you will start to, visit your intuitive guides a little more often in the very near future here. Why? Because we are going to be receiving downloads like crazy, and there's going to be messages available that you can access that aren't just about, our love lives and our finances, but deep spiritual meaning type messages I feel are going to be coming out to the collective from the High Priestesses that are here in the physical realm. Okay, so there's that's definitely something, but also as a collective, you are learning the secrets that are behind the veil. Okay, and I do feel like keep them to yourself. Okay, I kind of got that message to me earlier, so I'm going to share that with you, even though I probably should keep it to myself. But keep it to yourself. You'll know when it's something that you need to keep to yourself. Okay. The sun. The sun is the card that fell out here. Okay. That deck that I was just holding is all major arcana. So I asked what major arcana is going to support the collective during the Great Conjunction. The sun, everybody, the sun came out. Of all the cards, it is the happiest card in the deck. It is about illumination. It is about clarity. It's about happiness. It's about joy. Okay. So I feel good, first of all, but I feel like the message is what you've been hearing, what you were scrolling on your social media and everybody's talking about the Great Conjunction and what are we going to expect? The Great Awakening. That's the message, the Great Awakening. It feels like there's some, information here about God getting involved with a situation that involves the devil. Okay. It's like, I got to come down here and get these people. I just really, truly feel like God himself, okay, the divine himself is going to get off of the throne and get involved because he's sick and tired. That's what I feel, okay? I cannot express that any other way, okay? And because of that, it's like OMG, but the real G though, okay? So like there's a moment I can't, it's making me think of like UFOs. Okay, I know that there are people out there who do believe in aliens and UFOs, and that's fine, that's your belief. I have yet to see, for me, that's going to make me like the doubting Thomas. I need to see it, touch it, feel it before I can really say okay. But that's a theory that's out there. So I feel like if I ever seen a UFO, I'll be like, oh my God, that was a UFO. Real G, okay? With the OMG. But so I feel like there's a moment that happens for us as a collective, and it's like every knee shall bow, because you could not deny that is the hand, foot work of God. Okay, that's what I'm feeling like is an experience that we are going to have within the 20 years of the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. Whew. Okay. Now, let me get this white light oracle. What is your guidance to the collective during the period of the conjunction, Spirit? What is your guidance? Okay. Magnetism of Eros is at the bottom. Love that. Solve Polluti, frequency 741. You see how she's holding her heart? Like, she's giving me High Priestess energy. Look. Okay. So there's going to be some secrets revealed. Okay. So I almost feel like if it's not a big UFO sighting, okay, where the whole collective sees it at once, it's God's going to touch us all quietly, individually in our lives, that it will be undeniable. All right, let me get the book out and read this. Hold on, y'all. That just gave me such peace. I don't know. It just gave me such peace. Okay. Tune into your heart, and you will be able to find your way through any negative or toxic situation. Engage in self-healing and space clearing. Commit to regular practices that help you connect to your inner light. Your light shall not be overcome by any darkness or negativity. Take time to clean your heart and mind of negativity by focusing on the divine beings that bring joy to your heart. It is appropriate for you to desire your own personal and sacred space and access it daily. So everyone, I feel like that message, Solve Polluti, is asking for you to get connected to the divine in whatever way that is for you, okay? The path to the way has different lanes because we need to reach it with what resonates for us, okay? Free will is another undertone here, okay? So whatever path, if you have been a traditional member of the Jewish community, but the teachings and principles of the Buddhists has been resonating for you, then go in that path because that's how you get connected to the divine. You'll know, okay? If what you are practicing works for you, practice that. Whatever it is that you practice as a faith, now is the time to nurture, put effort, put energy, spend time with God. That's what he's asking of us, okay? Spend time with God. Make the time, not just on Sunday, not just on Wednesday or whatever days you go to your house of faith, but every day. And for some of us, multiple times a day. God wants a relationship during the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, okay? And that's how we enter into this great awakening. That is your message. Love and light.